with that.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Apparently
Welcome back into our Heresy, where we interrupt Zach and stuff, yeah.
What are you all, Paulina?
What I do?
Good. So everyone goes to sleep except, well, and Ellen, and then Ellen gets up somehow, and then goes to work. Ellen, please do a Medicaid check.
Or
See how good you do at work, see if you, like, decapitate somebody, because you're just that great.
really rather I didn't.
I like the idea of Ellen getting up to walk through the mean streets of Sanctuary at 2 a.m. by herself.
It's good, right? Alright, you did pretty good.
Can I move to the bed after Ellen vacates it?
Sure.
You have to fight flint for it. And or you have to wake up to notice that she left in the first place. Do you have light sleeper?
No.
Alright, so, Ellen, Dawn's about to come, and because you did such exceptional work, they say you can take off early.
Sweet.
So you leave, and as you're walking back, you see what appear to be one of the clergymen being harassed by three very heavily armored guys just outside of the maze.
It's me.
Do you care to do anything?
No!
Yeah, I can help.
Okay. You make your way back to the sea gate and go in.
Yep. Is the bed still open?
No, Paulina's in it.
Oh, she actually woke up?
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna let me. Because I didn't have light sleeper or whatever.
Flint has light sleeper. He could have gotten up and taken the bed.
You could've-
Don't
Either
you?
way, that's all irrelevant. Paulina,
Doesn't matter, someone in the bed.
open the door and find three very large men standing in the room.
Like, above the sleeping forms of the others? Or...
Yes. Well, two of them are above the forms of Mercury and Flint. And no one really cares about Paulina. There's another one that's just standing. There's one that's sitting on the chest, and then two others standing above Flint and Merc. If anyone has Light Sleeper and they want to roll awareness, go for it.
Yo. Really?
Shiggity
They got
check
all the
that.
way into the room?
We'll find out.
Oh, damn.
Next time.
On Dog Heresy.
Dun dun dun.
I do not have light sleeper.
Alright.
That's not Rock the Dragon.
What? It wasn't supposed to be Rock the Dragon.
Alright, Mercury. You noticed them enter the room about 5 minutes ago, but you also noticed that the last one was Jubal and decided to play it safe. So just laid on the bed and figured he'd wake you up when the time came.
That
Sounds like a good plan.
You also wondered where Ellen had gone. She's not on the other bed.
Huh. Ellen's not here and Jubal's walking in my room. Better fake sleeping. That'll throw him off.
So, as Ellen enters the room, the other two, the two above you guys, grab or go for their gun. Go for their gun. Ellen, what do you do? Mercury, what do you do?
Before anyone has a chance to do anything, I whisper, "Gentlemen, please," like trying to stay quiet. If we could all quietly exit the room, I would gladly speak with you. I would appreciate it if you didn't wake these two up. Jubal, may we? She's with me.
He nods and motions for the other two to leave.
Okay.
I raise a... I don't even know if it's visible, but raise an eyebrow at Mercury.
Okay.
Paulina, Flint, please do an awareness check at -20.
Ouch.
I don't actually...
That makes me happy. She has to roll below a 6. Unless she doesn't have awareness, in which case roll a 1.
How are you seeing everybody's
have-
stats?
I'm not. I just remember everyone's stats.
Oh,
She has
okay.
26 for perception after she lost it all.
I rolled an
You
83.
said minus 20, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Actually,
No.
pass.
So, Flint, you wake up to see Jubal and 2 armed guards leading Ellen and Mercury out of the room.
This is good I didn't wake up.
As-
The last I heard,
One of them nicks their boot against the doorway, which was the noise that woke you up.
Okay.
Jubal's men might have been responsible for Sting's death.
Oh,
so It's a
no.
good thing I didn't wake up.
Flint, what do
That's
you do?
why I wanted us to leave.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was Mercury. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna stay
Anyways.
awake, but just kind of stay on the floor and see what happens.
All right.
Once we
they
exit
leave the room
I'm
and
gonna-
close the door.
I close the door and lock it so that no one else can just kind of
You
walk
have
in.
the key, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no. What am I locking it with from outside
I magically
the room?
lock it from outside the door with my mind.
Have to be sure.
Zach turns into a psyker. Zach is also multi-classed.
So him and Flint aren't friends anymore.
That happened
All right.
about 6 hours ago.
They make their way to a room that's empty. One of the guys open the door. Jubal enters. Everyone else enters. You're now in a room alone.
Okay.
First, Flint,
Jubal.
what do you do after the door closes? If anything.
Is there anyone else in the room? Just me?
Just Paulina.
Get to the raping.
I get as close to the door as I can and try and
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You hear footsteps leading away.
I still try to listen as hard as I can.
Okay. After about 30 seconds, they fade. After about another minute, you hear a door close, somewhere in the distance.
I wiggle the door up.
There's no one outside.
Yeah, just because it's locked from the outside doesn't mean you can't open it.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk down a little bit, couple rooms, not too far. See if I can hear anything.
You can
Did lock the
hear...
door behind you?
Roll perception. Let's see if you can hear anything.
Did you lock the door behind you, or am I gonna wake up to rapey McRapeface from the next door?
Can't wait until Rapey McRapeface hears that. He's gonna be so upset.
Hey, he's actually a fun
He's a
guy.
nice
don't,
guy.
Don't knock him.
I'm so glad that I take the time to lock the door every time I go in, and then someone's just like,
I'll
have
leave
to
it
do
open.
rounds. Or, I think I heard a noise. And Pauline
You
just like,
hear
I
some
don't have a
scuffing.
sleeper.
What was
the
that
scuffing of
noise?
feet at the end of the room, and in one of the rooms as you walk by.
What?
You hear the scuffing of feet on wood in one of the rooms as you walk by.
Close the door behind me, by the way.
Okay.
At least there's that.
I kind of, I guess, loiter.
Okay.
See if
So?
I can hear the conversation and all that's going on.
Flint, Ellen, you are motioned to sit on the beds. Jubal takes a seat
Odd that
on
Flint
the
made his way
chest.
into the room.
Yeah.
What?
You
said Flint.
He said
No.
Flint.
Good. Way to go, Flint. Taking the initiative finally.
Merc has gone back to the room to get some shut-eye. Let Flint deal with this.
Flint's good.
Talk his way out of a jam.
Merc, Ellen, take the seats on the bed. Jubal
Yep.
sits on the chest. Looks over at you.
Jubal, if I may, before we get started. Ellen, this is Jubal. Jubal, this is Ellen LaRoe. She's a skilled doctor, and she has been caring for me for the last 2 months. Wanted to get that introduction out of the way before we got into the heavier stuff. I was hoping to have this conversation with you in private, but if I must include someone, Ellen, I would greatly appreciate it if you kept this conversation a secret from Paulina. And you should probably not bring it up to Flint, but I don't care if he finds out about it.
Flint, you hear all of this.
good.
Ask me why you know the most wanted man in the city?
I have connections. I'm a pretty popular guy. I don't know if you've noticed.
I motion to the two of them. I have no stakes here, aside from getting out alive.
At the very least, Jubal, she can be trusted.
Oh, I know. And I know where to find her if she proves to be untrustworthy. I've heard much tell of your skill, Doctor.
Didn't know word had gotten out that much.
Oh, anyone working for anyone around here. I tend to hear it. You're good at your job, and that's relieving to hear. Now, if you wouldn't mind, and he looks over at one of the guards, and one of the guards draws his hand back, and if you would like to try and interrupt this Mercury, you can, but he is going to slap your face.
How do I... I feel like this is an opposed test. What am I rolling against to not get slapped in the face? Or am I dodging?
Agility? Strength?
Yeah, you're just going to be rolling agility to dodge.
Am I
Or
rolling
unless you want to
dodge or
try
just
and...
agility?
Well, it's dodge, unless you want to try and
Oh.
parry it and go, ha
No, I'll,
No, Merc's not that cool.
As long as he does all of those motions.
Yes.
we'll be able to do that.
And still gets hit in the face.
I guess I'll go ahead and try and dodge it.
Okay, go for it.
Says,
He's roll
"Haha."
100 and accidentally get his hand stuck in your face or something.
Haha, look at you.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Do you though? Do you?
I do. Anyways, carry on, GM.
Jubal looks at the guard, then looks at the other guard, and shakes his head.
I feel violence is a little unnecessary. I would like to have a
Shut
civil discourse.
the fuck up.
Finally, someone gets to tell him off.
I know, right?
I
Like
find
every
your
week.
discourteous lack of respect grating. Why have you spent 2 months palling around with the Albanises and the Azars and who knows whatever other nobles, including Sarna, and I hear not a single word from you? And then I come courteously to your door, and you decide to interrupt me twice.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to clarify, palling around is very strong for the Azars, not fond. But to give you a more direct answer, I don't have any scars to show from the Plague Bearers, do I? I guess I don't really have any scars to show from the other one either. But
No, you have
the Plague Bearers.
scars. They leave
I do?
scar. Like when you get hit, it leaves a scar.
Okay, so I remove my jacket to show where the bile had made contact with my skin, and I reach over to Ellen and I say, "If I may, Ellen." And
Oh,
begin.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no,
I-
she just walked in. Okay, go on. Sorry.
What?
Ignore me.
Okay. Anyways, I say, "If I may," and I reach over and begin undoing or just moving down her bandages to reveal her face.
I'll help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I've become practiced at it at this point.
yeah. So, after our last discussion, what was it, about 2 months ago at this point? You know I went to the palace to talk to Dante. You know I went there to clear my name well, not clear my name, but to admit guilt with the Stig incident. While there, as I told you, I told him everything about you that I discussed I would. I told him nothing more. After that, I went to go find Flint. He was working at Lutheran Arms at the time. He had an apprenticeship. We made our way back to our abode in the Wideway, which had been repossessed by the city at that point, and they shoot us out. And on our way back to Lutheran Arms, we were attacked by demonic creatures. One of them vomited all over me, and it corroded the skin quite a few layers, leaving some marks. And for that, Flint and I spent a month in recovery being treated by none other than Miss LaRoe here, who I would hope could vouch for that story with slightly more detail than bile and scars and hurt.
I nod and that I could go into it medically if you want.
He shakes his head. He doesn't need it.
Okay. That was because Dante and I have a history together. He and I escaped Graia with Flint perhaps 3 or 4 months ago. And in that time, we have bonded somewhat. We helped him escape. He helped us escape another sticky situation. He helped guide us back to Sanctuary. So we've earned something of a rapport with him. The last few months have merely solidified that. As you recall with the friendly duel between him and Stig. The second month, however, was spent on the day of our discharge. We went to go find a suitable place to stay over in Downwind, as we were out of a home and low on money. And down there, well, I've already shown you Ellen's scars, and once again, Merc gets to drop trowel. He removes his pants and shows the massive scarring where ligament was torn from muscle and his testicles were ripped off.
Ellen just sort of leans over, but holy shit, they weren't lying.
Now say that, but with the stutter lisp.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they weren't lying.
Good enough. I'll accept it. 10 points to Gryffindor.
You think I'm a
Flint,
Gryffindor?
Okay,
Ellen
fair
and
enough.
I
By your
were
room,
attacked.
Hufflepuff.
Flint, Ellen, and I were attacked in Downwind by yet even more demons. Because one set just isn't enough. What better way to get out of a hospital than the same way you got into it? So my last month has been spent in the hospital recovering once more. And about a week and a half ago, one of your men was over Flint's sleeping body with a knife to his throat, woke me in my sleep and asked why I hadn't reported to you. I assumed when I told him why, and he said he would report back to you, that he would report back to you because he said that you would find me as I had no abode. So you'll forgive me if this anger for lack of communication for 2 whole months seems strange to me, as I thought I had already informed someone of why we hadn't been in communication.
He looks at one of the guards and then motions, and that guard leaves the room.
Oh God.
Hey! Hey,
Opening
you!
the door,
Hey, you! The one looking around.
and in his surprise, grabs Flint and pulls him back into the room.
Even when we're not trying to split the party gets split.
Jubal looks at Flint, looks at Mercury, looks back at the guard, and nods, and the guard just takes off. Hello, Flint.
Hi.
Oh, I thought he was taking off with Flint and tow.
No, he
And
left Flint.
they're taking him out back.
Glad you could join us.
Glad I could be here.
Firstly, to satisfy what I'm sure is your curiosity of my great distrust, from what it appeared, you took off for 2 months after telling me and agreeing with me to sacrifice yourself for your murder of Flint, or clear your name, I suppose, as it was said. Oh yeah, Stig, sorry.
Not Flint. I'm like, wait, am I dying?
Yeah.
Sacrifice of
Brought
Flint.
up.
What? And then he shoots Mercury in the head and turns to Flint. Mother. Anyways, for Stig's death. And following that, you were free for I get a, well, that's not really important. But for 2 months, you have been free to walk around, and you haven't come to see me. That sends up flags.
I'm gonna wait until I've been given permission to speak again.
Also, it appears that you were contacted by someone not in my employ about me, and I can only assume divulged at least that you are still in contact with me, or willing to be in contact with me.
I divulged that I had been in contact with you. But nevertheless, I could see where those red flags had been raised. But no, free is far from the word I would use to describe my last 2 months. Though I suppose I should ask, now that I'm speaking to you directly, your messenger had said that your base at Downwind, or base in Downwind, had been abandoned, and that when the time
Yes.
came, you would contact me. Hence, no effort to contact you directly, on top of the fact that I assumed after 2 months of staying at the palace, I would have at least someone watching me. And I didn't want to draw attention to that. I figured it would be easier to meet through someone else in your employ as opposed to directly.
Yes, unfortunately, I did wish to contact you, but, well, it appears that Dante Albinus is a very wary one and wouldn't let any of my people get close to you.
He does have a knack for things like that. Well, Jubal, if you wouldn't mind, you can... No, you sent one of your guards away, and I doubt you should like to be alone with me in this room. If you would like to send Ellen and Flint away, I have some information for you that I shan't divulge to them just yet.
Very well. He turns to the other guard and nods, and he motions to both Flint and Ellen to
Walk
follow
out.
him outside.
Doing it.
Devin, you're muted.
Damn it, Devin.
Can we have the room key?
Jubal? Actually, no, Ellen. I mean not. I would like for Paulina to be completely unaware of this chance meeting, as it were, and everything that was said in it. If you wouldn't mind waiting until Jubal and I have finished our discussion, I will let you back in. Jubal, do you have another room that perhaps they can lay down in, as it is late and I'm sure they would like to get the 5 minutes of shut-eye they need?
Unfortunately, this was the only room I could acquire on such short notice.
Well, in that case, Ellen, if you wouldn't mind waiting in the hallway, I'll make the wait worth your while.
You know what? We'll be waiting right outside.
He looks
So
at the
be it.
guard and nods. The guard takes you outside and then takes you a couple of doors away.
Oh no, I mean like
Yeah, no.
out into the street.
Oh, okay. Well, the guard... Okay, then I guess the guard takes you outside. And you guys hang out for a bit.
Well, I mean, is the guard watching us intently, or?
No, I mean, he's just making sure you don't, like, leave to go anywhere. He's nearby, but he doesn't care that much.
Okay, so in that case, turn to Flint, hushed tones. What the fuck have you gotten me into?
What have you gotten yourself into?
No, Flint. I need the truth right now.
I didn't get you into anything.
What is going on?
They're talking.
You picked the wrong person to ask questions.
You're working for Jubal.
Ish.
She looks like she wants to strangle you.
Not the first time someone's looked at him like that.
Really not.
You're into that sort of thing.
You're not going to help at all, are you?
No, I helped quite a bit.
Help me understand what's going on.
So Jubal's not dead. Everyone
Thank you,
thought he
Flint.
was.
I
kinda
feel like
just-
I should leave more things up to Flint. I like how
kinda-
this is going.
We kind of just stepped on his shoes and now are trying to get out of the situation.
I don't think you understand how this mob thing works.
No, we do. You don't kill someone on someone else's turf. It's not how this works.
You don't get away. She just shakes her head and
We will in
sits
4
down
days.
with her back against the goddamn building.
We will in 4 days.
And then we have to come back.
It's okay, Ellen. Eventually you'll learn how to survive.
I'll make a man out of you yet.
Oh, I wish I was still steak.
Anything else you two are gonna discuss?
No, I'm good
right.
here.
Jubal
I'm still
motions to you.
sleeping as far as I know.
Jubal motions to you, Mercury.
Alright, Jubal.
What the damn?
Yes.
Gross, man.
Oh, that was Zach. That was
Open a
shit,
window.
That was Danny. What the hell?
Oh, that was Richard.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't fucking know.
That was his Fresca. Or his... No, that's Sprite.
Sprite.
Oh.
By the way, this Dark Heresy is totally not brought to you by Sprite. But if they want to pay me to do this, they totally can. Or Mountain Dew.
How about Oreos? I think we should get sponsored by Oreos.
Or Nabisco.
Jack in the box.
I'd be down for Oreos.
Nabisco.
I don't have any other brand things.
Oreos isn't a company.
It's a product.
Mhm.
It's a brand.
Tylenol?
Hello, Panda.
Alright. Stop whoring if I'm not getting money for it. Let's get back to the conversation at hand. So?
Anyways, all of that aside, which piece of information do I want to start with first?
I don't know, I'm just gonna eat my sandwich.
About whales.
He'll start
suppose-
listening again once he hears the keyword.
Prostitutes?
Clar. Talking over me while you're asleep.
She's in my head, man.
Anyways, I suppose the first piece of information that you might be interested in, you might have heard that Tempest's battalion, or
well, it was the entire Third Army of the Rankin Empire that was wiped out.
okay. So the entire Third Army of the Rankin Empire has been wiped out, Tempest included. He is currently believed by Dante Albnus himself to be dead. However, Lady Sarna believes that he is still alive and would like to launch a campaign to go save him. She believes he's being held prisoner in Graia, or the ruins thereof. I don't know how much of this you were already aware of.
I will look into it.
Okay. The addendum to that is the Rankin Empire is not fighting the Alknot Empire in this war.
And
The
who are
war
they
is
fighting?
being... What?
Who are they fighting?
Yeah. The war is being fought between the people of Valanthia as a whole and a race of alien invaders known as the Dark Eldar. They have traveled here through Graia and are attempting to take over the planet for themselves. Their firepower is vastly superior to that of even the Rankin Empire. And I have very little evidence to back this up, or at the very least any evidence that would seem concrete to you. And especially after 2 months sitting in the palace, the next words out of my mouth may seem rather suspect. But even though now is probably your best bet to take control of Sanctuary by force, as Tempest is not here to attack you and there are no military forces in the city, I would highly recommend not doing that in favor of aiding the Rankin Empire in pushing back the Dark Eldar at least long enough for my party to complete our personal mission as given to us by Lady Sarna. And I can elaborate further, but I thought I'd let that statement sink in and hear your thoughts on it.
Well, it's an interesting proposal, especially if we are being attacked by an alien invasion, or I suppose you would say a Xenos invasion.
Yeah, sorry, I realized that after I said it.
Tell me about this mission of yours, and then I'll make my decision.
Of course. Though I do have one more thing I need to tell you before I carry on and tell you of my mission.
Yes.
Lady Sarna herself is a witch. And not just a witch. an unfathomably powerful one at that. Nigh unstoppable. I have seen her take on at least 5 daemons by herself. Dante was there and helped cut down the remaining 2. But on her own, I witnessed Sarna single-handedly take on and defeat 5 of them. She is more powerful than you realize. But that being said, that wasn't what I wanted to tell you. That was the lead-in to the fact that during our stay at the hospital visit, she reached into my mind. She knows everything that you have told me and I have told you. She knows everything I have done since reaching Sanctuary. She knows everything that has happened since I got on this world. It is in your best interest that even if I continue telling you anything, that you not involve me in any more of your plans. I'm not telling you I won't work for you, but what you don't understand is I am not on the Rankin Empire side. I am not on your side. I am not even on the people of Valantia's side. I am on my side. I don't want to die. I want to live a peaceful life. And I will side with whoever makes that easiest. So, if after this all blows over and we've survived, you have some jobs for me, I will gladly take them on. If not, so be it. But I won't do anything to actively destroy your standing in Sanctuary. That being said, as I've already mentioned, Sarna knows everything you have told me. She knows exactly what you look like. She knows where your estate is. I did not give her this information voluntarily, but as such, it has happened. Now that I have informed you of this, I will tell you of my mission after I get a reading on what all that means to you.
It was unfortunate, but I suppose it just means that our working relationship will have to be downplayed from here on out. They don't know anything that they didn't already know, I fear, as my estate was, well, taken shortly after you entered the hospital for the first time.
That would have been too early for her to have probed my mind. But from this point forward, I just assume because she has the ability to, she may at any given point in time. And I'm sure if she sees this conversation, she'll be rather sore about it. But as it stands, she chose not to punish me after reading it last time because she needs something from me. So I got 1 free pass.
And what is it she needs from you?
Well, we were given 2 options. 1, make the journey back down to Graia to rescue her brother. And as much as I'd love to, Flint and I have no intentions to return to Graia anytime soon. Our last experience there was less than favorable. So she's planning on sending a small task force, which was a second piece of information I thought you might like, which was that she can't spare the forces to go rescue her own brother. The Rankin Empire is weak. If you are going to strike, I recommend doing it now. But that being said, I do still think it's in your best interest to ally with them for now, to fend off a far greater threat. But moving on from there, the second choice, and the mission that I have accepted, 4 days from now, 3 ships will be sailing down to the Five Sisters. The Salthedrin, and I don't remember the other 2, but I just tell him those, because I have total recall. And those 2 ships will head out under the guise of trading vessels, when in reality it is 1 transport and 2 military escorts. Our mission, once we make it to the Five Sisters, is to find a shard. I don't know what it is the shard does, but she believes it will be able to fend off the Dark Eldar. And as it stands, that sounds to be our only chance. And seeing as I don't believe I was given an option as to whether or not I would like to do this, and at this point, after the last 2 months and the 2 attacks, it's rather personal for me. That is all the information I've been given thus far. We're waiting 4 days to depart because it'll take 3 days for the transport ships to resupply their cargo to maintain the guise, and 1 extra day for me to go back and speak to Lady Sarna regarding a manner such as an essence surrounding her brother. Unfortunately, I can't explain that anymore, regardless of how much I would like to, as I myself don't understand it, and that's why I'm waiting for her information.
Well, thank you, Mercury, for telling me that. You've been very forthright.
I find myself doing that a lot these days. I don't like it much, but you're welcome all the same. Minus the initial appearance where you scared the crap out of me and my compatriots. You've been rather kind to me, so it's the least I could do.
I will look into these claims you have laid at my feet, and though I think it unwise to tell you my plans, be assured that if they are true, I believe that there is a bigger threat than Tempest to worry about now.
I make only one request of you. Regardless of whether or not you look into the claims, you find them to be true, you attack, you don't. Please, keep Lady Sarna alive. I don't know what to do with this shard once we find it, and if it's the key to getting the Dark Eldar off of this world, I wouldn't want to lose the only person who does.
You have my word on that. I will not harm Lady Sarna until... well, he just says that he will not harm Lady Sarna.
That is my only request of you. And I don't know if I even deserve that much, but I believe it to be in your best interest.
Well, then I suppose that's all we have to talk about. If I have anything else, I will contact you through... I don't know if there's anyone that you actually know from...
No, Andrew was the only person by name. There was the dude who came with Andrew, who was the dude who stopped us outside of the estate, but we never learned his name. He was just the same guy.
Yeah. You have a pretty good memory. I
like to think so.
I will send the guard that has taken Ellen and Flint outside if I need to contact you again.
Okay. So, I suppose at this point, all I would like to inform you of is when I go missing for the next 3 to 4 months, it is not because I'm in bed with the Rankin Empire. It's because there are bigger issues to deal with at the moment. And that is what I intend to do with them.
Of course.
But if ever you need me, I would like to take up a permanent residence, but that appears to be difficult at the moment. So, I suppose the easiest way to get a hold of me is merely to send an unmarked letter to the palace in my name. From there, we can discuss a meeting place, but the palace is the only place I find myself frequenting these days. That or Lutheran Arms.
Very well. Thank you for that information.
Of course.
Now, if you don't mind, it's near dawn and I should be off.
Of course.
Farewell,
Once again,
Mercury,
sir,
and
my apologies. Oh, sorry.
I request that you stay in this room until Flint and Ellen come back, so you do not see which way I turn when I leave.
I have no qualms with that.
And then he gets up, makes a small bow to you, and like
I return
puts
the bow.
his hand out to shake yours.
I shake his hand.
And then he leaves, walks down, tells Flint and Ellen to go to the room where Merc was in.
Okay.
You guys acquiesce that?
Sure.
Alright. And then he leaves. Once he is sure they're not looking at him. Man did not get where he is without being fucking paranoid.
Man, I slept so well last night. How about you guys?
I don't know,
Oh,
I
you're
got
muted
up
again.
to take a walk because I wasn't sleeping very well, and I got just pull into a room. Jubal was there. What the fuck?
Jewel?
You're still muted, Devin.
Damn it!
So, you guys all get into the Mercury room.
Mark.
The room of exposition.
Mhm.
We all die.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a bomb.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of mercury.
There's not. He's pretty short.
Yep. Go in. Close the door. Mark.
He's busy. He's doing something. He's ignoring you.
What
Tell
is
Senpai.
it?
Oh.
Senpai, please.
I wasn't aware that you were done after just saying Merc. I thought you were going to say Merc.
Oh, I was waiting
Bye.
for you to respond.
Oh, well then, in that case, Ellen.
What the fuck have you gotten me into?
Nothing.
Fuck you
Anyways.
for
No, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I just had
Ellen.
to deal with that shit from Flint. I need an explanation now.
First of all, Ellen, you're in no position to be demanding things, especially not of your superior officer. Second of all, have a seat. We have a lot to discuss.
Start talking. I'll sit when my legs are tired.
I am pretty sure less than 12 hours ago I told you that there would be no questioning my orders.
I don't remember agreeing to that.
That's a damn shame. Have a seat.
I lean against the wall and cross my arms.
His characters are really good at getting themselves murdered. As long as we keep this civil and quiet as people are sleeping, ask me
Agreed.
anything you'd like. I shall answer to the best of my ability.
What the fuck have you gotten me into?
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that and try not to repeat questions.
Jubal.
He's a man, yes. He likes Sprite.
And Oreos.
And product placement.
Seriously, Sprite, look me up. I'm your man, dog, or Dr. Pepper. I'd prefer Dr. Pepper, but Sprite's good too.
Sprite, I'll take you. I like Sprite.
You know, when I walked out of the hospital today, I didn't think I'd have to be dealing with the most wanted man in the city.
When I walked into my home 2.5 months ago, I didn't think the most wanted man in the city would have 2 guards with their guns pointed at me.
When I
But
stepped onto that
unfortunately-
ship like fucking 4 months ago, I didn't think we'd be stuck here forever.
It's
It
been
was like
what,
7 months ago.
Yeah,
It's
7
a
months.
long time.
Yeah. We've been here for over half a year.
Good.
Actually, it's
So-
been over a year since you left Scintilla.
Yeah, but I meant on saying technically for us, I think it's been
For you guys, it's been
5 months?
6. It's either
think
almost
it's
6 months or it's 6 months.
I think it's been 5 months for us, but I think it's actually been 7 months for everyone else due to the time dilation in Graia.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Either way,
You have a story. What's the story?
well, before I go on, and unlike the superior officer condition, this one is non-negotiable. You agree to this one, or I blow your fucking brains out right here and now. And I'd rather not do that, as I kind of like you.
He'll do
So,
Flint's
Ellen.
helping.
everything that is said in this room right now is not to leave this room. And if for whatever
Done.
reason it does, Paulina is never to hear about it.
Done.
Okay. Conditions set. Our story begins a long time ago. Funny name Cynthia. I was a
was
son of
born
a
in
young Irish whore.
We are 4 happy travelers
Yep.
looking to find our way
Sit
out
right
of
back
Alethea.
and hear a tale.
When
Anyways,
suddenly,
Good.
We're really good at this.
Alright, so he brings you up to
Yeah.
speed until very recently, in which case, do you want to doctor anything?
Yeah, is there anything you want to change or leave out?
no. She gets. I'm not telling her anything within like the last month or two,
Mhm.
but she gets the correct information. I am informing her what has happened.
It's basically all of the Jubal stuff up to from when Jubal appeared to just now.
Well, slightly before Jubal appeared, so that she knows why Jubal appeared.
Oh yeah, because you guys killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's finally gonna go sit down on the bed.
Okay. She waits until I'm done talking to do that. And
Yes.
at no point during the talking when it's like, I murdered Stig.
No, her
Champion
jaw just
of
kept
Sanctuary.
getting lower and
Yes,
lower
that.
and lower, and then when you were done, she picked it up off the floor and decided it'd be best to go and sit down now. Because there's
Okay.
more to the story.
As she goes, hangs her head, and looks like she has a really bad headache.
Do you have any other questions?
No, I
For
think
the
we're
record,
good.
in everything I told her, I didn't bring her up to speed as to our current relationship with Jubal, as just discussed with him. So,
Mhm.
Yeah. I can deal with that.
okay. So, as for what I've gotten you into, that's less a question for me and more one for Flint, or just fate in general. The only thing I have directly gotten you into is the journey we're going to be making down to the Five Sisters. Everything else is happenstance.
Not gonna be that way when we get back.
The happenstance? Because I find that's exactly what it's been the entire time I've been in Sanctuary.
Flint seems to think that we're all going to get away from the mob and Jubal when we get back.
Well, that all depends on how successful we are in our mission, whether or not we die there or on the way back, or whether or not our mission is futile and everyone in the city is dead when we return to it.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
I'm gonna have to beat that out of you.
I'd rather you not.
Not physically. Do I look like the kind of guy who's capable of that? I meant through experience. Hang out with us long enough, you'll realize optimism is a dead art.
Okay, see, now she's starting to hate him a little.
That's why I keep Flint around. He always manages to keep his chin up, no matter how shitty things get.
Well,
And
how
they...
else did you look at the sun?
So happy.
Well, I'm going to go back to bed. It's been a long night, but we do still need to have that talk.
Might as well have it here as long as we have this room for the evening.
Fine.
As you may be aware, I've recently come into some money. Not copious amounts, but enough. As you may recall, we were recently attacked. It was less than fun.
Really?
I died.
That was my second time dying. Anyways. I realized that, actually, wait. Shit. At any point in time, did anyone mention to Merc that Ellen is indebted to the Mafia? Because I feel like they did, but I might just be... We've mentioned it so many times, it might have just been mentioned out of character, and I just feel like Merc knows it.
It would have come up at one point while we were in the hospital.
Okay, that's all I want to make sure of. So, it's come to my attention that you currently owe the Mafia quite a bit of money.
Yes.
Not only have I witnessed firsthand, but I've also heard tale, apparently from Jubal himself, that you are quite the doctor. We're about to spend a month on a ship sailing to the Five Sisters. I got pretty messed up in that fight a month ago. I don't feel as strong as I used to. I will pay you large sums of money up front before we set sail so that you may pay off part of your debt, which should allow the Mafia to give you a couple of months outside the city if you make a large cash deposit before going. And in return, I would like you to put me through physical therapy while we are aboard the ship.
I can do that.
I figured you might. The exact sum of money, as of yet, is indeterminate. I must figure out how much it's going to cost for all of these supplies I would like to buy before we set sail. After that has been calculated, if you wouldn't mind giving me a rough estimate of your price for a month of physical therapy, I will see what can be done, and I'll see if I can even give you a little extra on top of that.
You know what, Richard? What would be the normal price for something like that around here? A competitive price.
A competitive price for regaining a person's strength through physical therapy?
Yes.
It would be really expensive. Be extremely expensive. Like somewhere between
500 to 1,000 gelt a week at least.
No, it'd be somewhere between 400 to 700 a week.
Highball the first offer because he's got to barter lower.
You mean he's going to barter lower?
I'm
My
sorry.
fellowship is
11
gone.
fellowship.
I know. That's why I'm saying he's going to barter lower.
Craigslist
He-
stats.
All of my
no,
fellowship
he's
is
not
gone.
necessarily going to barter lower.
If you give him a fair price, he might just take it.
Yeah.
Like your butt does.
You people
supposed to
seem
be
to
a-
have a strange fascination
I do, I'm
What?
what
sorry.
may or may not go on with my ass.
A lot.
No, since
so
this
I
is
hear.
happening, since this isn't something that's specifically covered by the rules and isn't something that is actually handled by the rules, once Zach figures out a price for everything he's going to buy, I will figure out a price that will not be barterable, and that is the price.
Fair
Oh, for the
enough.
goods.
That is the price you will both negotiate to. You can
This
can
is
work that out.
Devin,
on
in gaming terms, this is a money sink. This
Yeah.
is money that's just leaving the party
yeah.
in exchange for, goods and services. But that way you get to get rid of your debt, I get to get my strength back, and Richard doesn't have to worry about me just bankrolling us for the next couple of months.
Not particularly worried about that since the Empire is going to be bankrolling you for the next couple months.
Well, I meant, once we're on our own again.
It's a money sink in which a lot of people win.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree. Remind him that these sort of services can be expensive and that he's specifically trying to get his physical strength back is going to be grueling and not fun.
And I'm going to remind her that she's kind of screwed either way and hope she would accept this even if I lowball her ever so slightly, as she's going to be stuck on the ship with me one way or another.
Oh, no, she's literally telling you
Yeah.
this is not going to be a fun trip for him.
No, but you said these things can be expensive, and I'm telling her,
Okay.
I don't care what your normal prices are. We're going to be on the ship one way or the other. You need the money. You're pretty much taking what I'm offering. I just want to offer you something fair. I didn't want to be like, it's like 100 gelt, right?
It's like $30
For the
right?
whole month. It's like, yeah, $25 a month.
$30 a
That's
month.
25 bucks a week. That's like 20 bucks a week plus a 5 gelt tip. Baby, you're rolling in it. So,
Or it would
Maybe you're
be
rolling
if
it.
I wasn't giving it all to the mob.
yeah. So, no. Mark didn't ask because he's like, I respect your opinion and I will give exactly what you ask. It's, I'd kind of like to know how expensive this would normally be, and I'll give you what I give you.
Yeah, well, it was to start it off.
Yeah. All right. Well, all of that being said, I suppose it'd be best that we head back to the room and catch some shut-eye. And I suppose if Paulina's awake and has any questions, we merely awoke and went for a walk, we suck it up, and we catch some more shut-eye tomorrow.
I'm going to be sleeping a little longer. I was working all night.
We can leave you in the room.
All right,
And
you,
we do that.
If
you guys
Okay.
go back to the room. Paulina, make an awareness minus 20.
Oh, I still have to actually roll, huh?
Do we go back to the room with Tommy Rizzo?
Please no.
Oh, hi, Flint.
So how is your sex life?
Huh, I don't wake up. I'm still asleep.
Paulina just passed out. Super passed out mode.
Good.
All right, everyone gets in, heads back to bed.
Alright.
yeah.
Yay.
So, you guys have a choice. Do we want to end it here and just do the end game wrap up now, or do we want to go through anything else?
I would kind of like to talk to Lothern and Geller, but
Okay.
other than that, if everyone else wants to wrap it up here, I can wait till next week. But
Oh, do I still have my 3 insanity points? Those don't get reset, right?
Yeah, those
No.
always stay.
that's 100 experience per insanity point to get rid of those.
Just making sure.
Or you can do one of the other methods of trying to get rid of it, but it's either grueling or painful. So
No, it's fine. We're good.
enjoy.
I'll be a little crazy.
Ha
Little.
ha
Uh,
ha.
uh,
Merc.
Eh,
34.
Are you at 34, really?
I'm at 34.
sanity points?
How high does it go? 100?
100. You die at 100.
no, you just
Oh.
go insane at 100 and you're not playable. You don't actually
That
die.
sounds about right.
You are literally locked away in an asylum because you are batshit crazy at this point.
Good.
I bet you're all wondering how Merc is holding it together so well. He's not. Sleep well.
All right, Mercury. I assume you just want to know how long and how much, or
Yeah.
okay, how long is it's going to take another day, but I'll be able to
Okay.
repair the armor
Okay.
for the aforementioned price.
All right.
And Lothern says he's found one. It's going to cost 400 gelt.
Okay.
But it's going to take a while to ship it in unless he wants to pay. Like, if you're in a hurry, you can get it in sooner.
How long is a while?
It's going to take a week.
I'm assuming a week.
Hmm.
How much is the fee to get it shipped in sooner?
If you give him 100 gelt, it'll be in 3 days.
I'm willing to pay the geld.
Okay, so yeah,
Or
500.
you didn't let us come with you this time. Or you didn't let me come with you this time, right?
Lothern's not going
I
to
assume I don't let you anything near me anymore.
Oh, just checking.
Lothern's a straight shooting kind of guy.
I'm also going to buy 12 man-stopper bullets
Okay,
from Lothern.
okay.
And as soon as I can get to it... Fucking eventually... Uh, 3 photon flash grenades and 3 hallucinogen grenades.
Give me a second.
60 and 40, respectively. So I think that's 300 for all 6.
Okay. He'll give you the grenades at a 10%, or what was it agreed upon?
I think it was 10%.
Yeah, he gives you that at a 10% discount, and the
Okay.
bullets he gives you at a half price
Okay. So
because you're buying
it is-
the cloak,
yeah.
and it's going to cost you a bit extra. So
Yeah. Okay, so 500 for the cloak, wholesale, and then 275 for the bullets and grenades.
mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you want me to just mark off the 200 for the armor now and just say that I paid him?
Yeah. When you come back and he's like, "Yeah, I'll fix it. I'll have it for you in a day," just do that. Is there anything out of the ordinary that you guys are gonna be doing for the next couple of days, or are you just gonna go through life as normal until day 4 when you guys are gonna leave and talk to Sarna?
Well, pretty much.
I don't think I'm doing anything special.
Basically give Rigeli, I guess, my 3 days notice, as well as much money as I can give him.
All right. Merc, how much money are you left with?
1,138 geld. Although that's
Hell
not covering...
yeah.
Do you want me to factor in the stay at the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay. So can I just assume that I'm going to be able to take 30 more geld from Paulina and Ellen.
Probably.
Okay.
Sure.
Paulina.
So
Yeah, no, I had 56. I should have, and I already put down to 4, so I'll have 16 guilt left afterward.
Okay. So
okay.
then yes.
And then Flint,
Still broke.
you still have 15 guilt, man. Fucking pay me some money.
Still broke.
Learn some life skills.
It's
I
it's
tried,
been like a
and then I kept dying. We're being really close to death.
Richard,
It
can I
had been
spend
like
a
a
couple
month.
days doing my performer dancing to see if I can make some coin? Since I'm not doing
I'll let you
anything
do-
else.
I'll let you do 2 days of it. See if you make anything out of it. Roll it up.
All right. Any modifiers or just straight for?
Straight.
Okay. Roll it twice or roll it once?
Roll it twice. Once for each day you're doing it.
Okay. Oh, why am I such a bad dancer?
Because your balls are gone.
What the fuck?
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna
You
fate
are
point
just-
one of those.
you are
This
just
is
the worst.
Bullshit.
You were robbed.
Fuck!
You were
Holy
robbed,
crap,
by the
dude.
way.
What?
You were robbed. No. So yeah,
This is horseshit.
you don't make any money.
I hate my life.
Alright with it.
one. I don't actually remember. Had it been about a month before the birthday party and stuff happened? And if so, would I have gotten my income for being a noble during that month since I was around my family and everything?
The
You don't have an
birthday
actual
happened.
income for being a noble.
The birthday happened
Huh?
about 50 days ago.
Yeah, your birthday happened about 50 days ago. You don't get an actual income for being a noble.
Okay. Secondly, I have performer singing now. I'd like to do the same thing Zach did.
Alright, good luck.
Also, Danny, I'm taking 5 guilt from you. Deal with it.
Sure, you're gonna
That's
take
5 guilt for 4 nights. You're paying 1.25 guilt a night
it. Come at
for
me,
a
bro.
free
Nope.
guilt.
That was really bad. Let's try
Why is
one more
everyone
time.
performing all of a sudden?
Because it's a good way to make money.
I'll give you
2
Alright.
degrees of
For
success.
5 guilt.
Roll 3d10. So even though word had spread about this horrible freaking dancer at the bazaar, the next day you did a pretty good job and made 25 gelt.
Yay, singing.
Can I
Also-
try and impress people with my shooting skills?
No.
You're gonna waste bullets?
What are you gonna do? Shoot an apple off someone's head?
He actually might.
I might actually hit it now.
Anyways, Paulina, the day you're leaving, you receive $800 or 800 gelt
Shit.
from your uncle, by way or from your family by way of your uncle.
Okay. And that's all of it, right? There's nothing left?
He said that there's more, but that's all that they could scrounge up at the
Okay,
moment.
that's fine.
So he told them of your predicament, and your father gave you some gave you all the money he could spare at the moment.
Aww. That's sweet of him.
Anyways, Richard, after all the calculations like stay at the hotel and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
I am down to 1,083 gelt.
Okay. That was less
Unless
than
you
I
want me
thought
to
you'd be
also
able to
pay
do.
for like food and stuff for the last 3 days, because that's kind of a thing that Mercury
Mhm.
likes to do, is not die of starvation.
I'm aware. Alright, you're gonna get 1 week of therapy, and depending on Ellen's rolls is how much you get back from that. And it's gonna
Alright.
cost you 600 gelt.
Okay. So, should I remove that 600 gelt now?
Yeah, so she can give it to the mob.
Okay.
I'm gonna pocket 100 of it
You bitch, the hell you are not.
to keep some while we're on the journey. Money is nice to have.
Do
So,
do I have
should
to
she roll
bother?
now? Sorry.
Sorry. For stuff like getting a couple extra packs of ammo, do I need to roll for that to look for it, or are you just gonna let me have it?
No, you have days to look for it, so I'll just say you did it. Just
You just pay for it.
Yeah, ammo's at market price, so just pay for it. If there's anything special, let me know. But ammo's market price. Anybody else got anything?
I want to make money. Go with my gun.
Any marketable trades? Because I feel like you don't have any marketable trades.
Just good at shooting things.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You know what?
I can steal, I can poorly cook, and apparently I can't dance, but I should be able to.
Roll inquiry. If you pass inquiry, roll strength. Otherwise, don't worry about it. You didn't make any money.
Okay.
You know, what's your cook?
My cook?
Yeah. Out of curiosity.
I'm gonna
No.
use my free reroll on that.
Okay. Nope.
So,
Ah.
just
At
gotta
least it's not 100.
Yeah. Anyways, my cook is trade cook at a -10. My intelligence
Ouch.
is 38, so I'm rolling it out at 28.
It's not too
Unless we're out in not in a city, in which case it's a 23.
Oh.
I think I'm going to take over cooking duty from you.
Yeah, please do.
Cool.
I got that because I was like, huh, we're about to spend a lot of time by ourselves
Hey, my
with
survival
no one who knows how to cook.
Very nice. If only we had had that months ago.
Feels pretty good. Devin, my
Alright.
ballistic skill's at 50 now.
Hell yeah.
So, anyone else have anything to do? Otherwise, we're just gonna. When we come back, we're gonna be the day you're leaving.
Okay.
Cool.
And you are only able to go to the palace, talk to Sarna, and then the boat.
Right.
Okay.
Give money to the mob. Give them my
Oh.
3 days notice.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna go ahead and just assume, you know, I got my armor, I got my cape, I
Yeah,
got
you
all
get
that
your
stuff.
armor back.
like-
It's
okay.
adequate. There's like, it's obviously been repaired, but it functions as it used to.
Okay.
Also, I'm using the money I got to buy my visor and gas mask.
Oh,
Okay.
before we go, I'm going to recharge my glow lamp.
Very good.
Also, would anyone be interested in my old filtration plugs?
For those
No,
two?
my mask is better.
They, let me find exact. They give you a
plus 10.
plus 20.
Oh,
Yeah, plus
never
20
mind.
to toughness to affect poison gases, basically.
Yep, I want it. I want it. I want it.
I'll wash them off and give them over.
Okay.
So, you want a photo visor
Yes.
and a gas mask?
Yes.
How much is a gas mask? Why can't I find that?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Alright, and you just want a common quality or a normal quality photo visor?
Yeah. Don't need anything special. Don't have the money for it anyway.
Alright, it's gonna be 135 out the door.
I can deal with that.
Man, I want a chameleon line cloak too.
We'll go to Graya and get rich.
Alright, so that's that then?
Then have that one stolen. Yeah. Do you want to wait until next week to have Devin do his rolls for how much I get back? Or do
Yeah,
you just
you're not on
want
the
to do them
boat
now
yet.
just so we know?
Nah,
What?
you're not on the boat yet.
Also, Richard,
Yeah.
so the glow lamp is 1d5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Should I just roll like a 1d5 until I get something over 2? Since it's got 2 hours of charge left on it. I don't know what its max was, because I kind of forgot. I feel like it was 4.
Did you recharge it?
Yeah, I said I was going to
Then it's
recharge
1d5 again.
it. Okay.
I recharged it. It has 1 hour left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that wouldn't make sense.
It does make sense. Electricity, especially in this kind of a world, isn't very good. It might have overcharged, it might have undercharged. It's not like it's a permanent thing. Yeah,
Well,
it's got 2 hours now.
Stays the same.
Yay! Continuity!
Du-du-du-du-du-du.
How much do the glow lamps cost, and would I be able to find them? Well, it says abundant.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to find.
I'll pick one up too.
How much do they cost?
And a writing kit while I'm at it.
15.
And the writing kit?
20.
20.
Alright, just call it an even 40. Wait, that money can't come out of your 800.
Oh, it can't?
No, you get that literally right before you were
Right before we
boarding the
leave,
ship.
you're right. Okay. Never mind about the glow lamp.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I got what I need.
Okay, I think that's everything, and I think I have everything. I'll work that on my sheet.
Alright. So today was a pretty good session, and about 4 hours, so 250 to everybody.
Woo.
Happy times.
Ellen, I'm gonna give you another 50 for
Sweet.
role playing. Mercury, you can round your number off. Get 15 or
fifteen.
whatever it is.
15.